Hello and welcome back to Grumble Plays, a new Let's Play series, episodes coming out every other Sunday on early access for patrons and supporters, and now, if you've just wandered in off Twitter or YouTube or wherever else, live for everyone. On Grumble Plays, I play essentially whatever the hell I like, doing the voices, having a chat, dreaming about video games while playing other video games. I'm having a great time, I hope you will too. Let's get into it. This is episode 4 of my Let's Play of Neocab, a ludonarrative cyberpunk game. It's a visual novel with light survival mechanics, mostly that you have to keep your driver rating up and your car fueled, and hopefully you won't run out of money. Previously on Grumble Plays Neocab, we had a couple of return customers. We texted Liam to help him with a conundrum. We passengered Una across the city once again and were quite bewildered. Fiona was back for another ride, and it seems her relationship is going well. And we went to the club that was pretty much our only lead and our best friend Savvy, and we reconnected with Azul, remember, who slid into the back of our taxi and said drive when they were hurt after an accident, and we talked to them, and it turns out that not only is Savvy someone up in Radix, she is someone with a capital S, because her boyfriend, Jace, is the de facto leader. Azul made some, let's say, some allusions to the fact that, Jace might not be Savvy's only partner, and that, it turns out that everyone's a little bit in love with her, to which Lena had to agree. So there we go. So much for the recap. Let's head into the game. Night 4, Frontera District, Los Ojos, California. My 4th night in Los Ojos. Is this my life now? Making just enough coin to scrape by, never seeing the sun, on an endless search for my friend? It was starting to feel surreal, like the moment the camera pans to the dark figure laughing in the doorway and you just know, oh, she's doomed. Azul suggested I track down Sevi's boyfriends, a DJ named Jace and a techie named Charlie. It was a long shot, but maybe one or both of them took Neocab? Yeah, fun fact. On our previous shift in episode 3, there was someone named Charlie Knight, if I remember correctly. Knight as in Knigget. But because he is a prime Neocab customer, you only get to drive him around if you have a perfect, and I do mean perfect, driver rating. We are at 4.8. That is not enough. We need a 5.0. So we ain't good enough, and we are severely out of cash. Because we needed to sleep somewhere, and because in episode 2 we had a really, really, really unfortunate run-in with the cops. And, oh right, we ferried Carlos Wong around, of course. Carlos was also lovely. He is a... let's call him a freelance medical practitioner. He helps out, and it's not even, it's not like an illegal clinic or nothing. It's just people have his number, and if they need help, they call him. But Carlos was lovely. I hope that we meet him again. So we're down here. We could go to Stanzmaschine, but Azul was a little bit judgmental. last time we were there. And that wasn't fun. Okay, so... Or Charlie Elliott. I'm sorry, not Charlie Knight, Charlie Elliott. 5 stars needed. And, oh yes, lovely. And let me see some documentation for you while you're at it. He's that kind of person. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure that we don't have documentation as yet because we don't officially have an address. So that's great. Well, we need to fuel up first. Yikes, a little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. Asking price was 93 cents a bar. Pretty sweet deal, actually. I mean... we probably need to get around quite a bit without charging up again, so I'm gonna get the full charge, even though it's gonna set me back a good bit of money. Okay, so we're there. We can't get Charlie, because he's a buck. And pickings are slim this morning. We have Aganon. Which, sure. I'm not sure if I'm up for really weird this morning. I mean, then again, Klaus might just be the absolute worst. But, tell you what. We're gonna start off easy. We're gonna start with Klaus. When I arrived, Klaus was waiting with someone on the pavement. He gave me a blank nod and extinguished his cigarette on a streetlight. Rude. So affected. Good evening. Hello. Were those German accents? I used to keep track of how many different accents I'd hear in a night. I hadn't heard German in ages. Oh no, do I have to do a German accent now? Oh boy. I mean, come on, let's do it for the gram. Let's give them German accents, cause you know, as you can hear, I don't have one, but I can do one. So, are those German accents I hear? Yes. They put their hands on their knees. They weren't talking. Were they waiting for me to say something? Are you new to Los Ojos? That would, like, this one would just kick in the door and ask, hey, did someone order a fucking legend? But how about no? Me too. I'm from Cactus Flats. If you're new to Los Ojos, you definitely won't know Cactus Flats. What's that saying? Not a best place to visit, not a good place to stay. Oh, we're trying hard today. But maybe I'll end up back there. I don't know. You are a robot, yes? No. You must tell us if you are a machine. That is the law. Why do you think I'm a robot? Well, we understand that the American taxi companies are putting in, what is the word? Robot drivers? Yes, robot drivers. But in self-driving taxis. They still do not drive the car. Oh no, it is for appearances. Having a robot in the car is more comfortable for the customer, you know. More friendly, it has personality. Yes, and more exciting. Self-driving cars are much more efficient, but you cannot carry out a conversation with the car. Well, you could, with the car's computers, but it would be a disembodied voice. No good. Sterile and unfriendly. Yes, so we hear that the companies are putting robots in the taxis. A pilot program. Do we understand correctly? I mean, it is kind of a cool idea. Question is it gonna let me say that? Kind of a cool idea, I guess. So my friend and I are having this discussion. We think you are one of these robots. Do I act like a robot to you? Very much so. You thought we were new to Los Ojos. You told us what is topical about the city. You initiated a helpful and informative conversation based on available data. You demonstrated basic pattern recognition. Or basic politeness. Well, I'm not a robot. I don't know what kind of robots you guys hang out with, but I'm clearly a human being. You claim to be human. Then you will not object to proving it. The Higgs-Gary. Yes, the Higgs-Gary. It is a verbal test. Simply a few questions. Revealing questions. No, Lena, we're not going to ask them if we can just bleed on them. Also, my German accent is atrocious. I mean, we're definitely not doing that, and we're not doing that also, because if we bleed all over them, we bleed all over the car, so how about no? What is Higgs-Gary? Are you quite serious? It is the foremost assessment tool to distinguish between artificial and human intelligence. No artificial intelligence has ever passed the Higgs-Gary. The Higgs-Gary tests humanity, not knowledge. A robot intelligence can recite all of human knowledge. But that does not mean it is human. A human is messy, emotional, complicated, beautiful. A robot is optimized and efficient. It is what a human can never be. No. Let us begin. Oh God. Born ready. Your aunt makes a racist comment at your birthday party. Oh wow. Is that a question? I'd be mortified. You meet your favorite artist. You tell him his earlier work is much better than what he produces now. Well, that's rude. Why did you do that? I wouldn't do that. But you have. Why? I guess I wanted to hurt his feelings. A homeless man picks your pocket. Oish, he probably needs the money more than I do. I'd leave him alone. You have a young son. He asks to see your breast. But... I mean, that one is weird. Because, like, nudity is nothing weird or inherently sexual. It's like, it's just a body. Like, the same way you have one, your parents have one. So, like, if my kid asked to see my breasts because, like, of natural curiosity, then, like, it wouldn't freak me out. I would ask why. And if it's, not a point where I'm comfortable getting my boobs out, then I would politely but firmly explain the concept of boundaries. Your pet pig eats your friend's best dress. She wants to watch you discipline it? How long have I had this pig? Why would I discipline the pig? I mean, how do you even discipline a pig? Does it understand what it did? She can back off. It's my pig. Oh god. After intercourse, your husband tells you he would kill a man to protect you. Look, that's fine in fiction. He tells you that he has already killed a dog. Well, he's cancelled. He tells you that he killed the dog 3 hours ago. What? He tells you that you knew this dog. Was it Hicks or Gary who was obsessed with sex? I mean, I would leave him, and he also definitely needs help. I'd leave him. And then report him to the police. Your best friend has an affair with your son. They ask you to pay for the abortion. What? What is going on with these questions? Is this the same son who wanted to grab my boob? That is... Well, we don't have time to unpack all of that. I mean, I wouldn't not help them. But it's very much not fair to put that responsibility on me. Your father sends you worms in the mail. One of the worms still clings to life. I mean, yeah, I'd save the worm first and then I'd call my dad to ask him if he's okay. Well, that is the end of the test. And perfect timing, too. We'd arrived at a club in Liberty Heights, the Haunt. It was hard to say whether the decor was ghost-themed or just black. Well? Please tell me I'm not a robot. Well, what? How'd I do in the test? Is that important? We really do have to go. I mean, this, if anything, will tell them that I'm human. Wait, you made me take that test and you won't even tell me how I did? What do you think? To be honest, I am finding it quite hard to be certain. Yes, me as well. Where had I gone wrong in my life that people weren't even sure whether I was human? Human! I'm human! Either she is an incredible robot, or a below average human, yes. But it is impossible to be sure. Alright, you've had your fun, okay. We should err on the side of her being a robot. Agreed. Your test is absurd. There were definitely moments that made me wish I were a robot. Not someone desperately trying not to lose it in front of her packs. Do we have to pay the fare even though we've determined that you are a robot? Yes. She doesn't deny being a robot. Yes, I noticed that as well. There was a line for the Haunt stretching right around the block. Klaus and Marek disappeared to join it. I'll never get what makes people wait in lines that long for a drink. But what do I know? I'm just a robot. Oh my god! Klaus Berg gave you 5 stars, or Klaus Berg, I should say. Perfect driver, a marvel of modern engineering. I am screaming internally. I mean, that was a lot from everybody. Like, from me, because I had to do an atrocious German accent without any warning. I mean, I could... Like, yes, Klaus Berg is obviously German, but I didn't figure that Lena would, like, call out the accent so quickly, and, like, that, you know, the writing would make me do the voice. We've now discovered that my German accent is, off. And I had to take a test for which my answers gave inconclusive results as to whether I'm human. I mean, I guess I should have just, like, gone with, like, the silly, you know, deflective answers each time. Like, how long have I had this pig? But, I mean, at least he thinks I'm a perfect driver. I mean, that's a returning customer right there. Like, for as long as I just, like, walk that, you know, walk that knife edge between human and robot, I'm good as gold. And we now have a perfect fucking rating! Boom! Oh my goodness me. Feel grid, are you okay? You may be feeling anger, fear, or disgust. Yeah, I'm unsure whether I'm human. How do you think I feel? Okay, I love that this is apparently the illustration for this ride. Just a heart and some stabbing. Oh, there's Fiona again. I love Fiona. Okay, I don't... Sam Lucas. Okay. Oh, now it's really opened up. Okay, well, you know, in the interest of the investigation, let's, oh my god, and like his bio is, wouldn't you like to know? God, I flippin' hate you already. But let's pick up Charlie in the interest of the investigation, because I don't want to, like, pick up another PAX and tank my reading again and be unable to pick him up, so... Let's go, neckbeard. I'd learned not to bother with golden prime packs back in the flats. Yeah, with good reason. The small boost in fare wasn't worth the huge dose of entitlement that typically came with them. Not to mention the stains on the upholstery. But if this guy was involved with Savvy, there probably wasn't anything typical about him. Let's hope so. Plus, I needed information. Desperately. Here for Charlie? That's right. How's your night been? Oh, you know. Drink to forget bad memories. And all you get are new ones. Should I put that on a throw pillow for your backseat? His face was shiny with sweat, and he smelled like if you poured a bottle of whiskey into a gym bag. The dead giveaway. Ugh! He'd been clubbing, just like on the night Savvy disappeared. My palms went clammy on the steering wheel. There was a chance this guy knew where she was right now. I needed to play it cool. No worries. Just so long as you had a good night. Yeah, I needed to blow off some steam. Having a rough time lately? What are you, some kind of driver priestess? You have the face for it. I bet people spill their guts for you. Okay. I know it's just so blatantly animal to go to the place with the hottest guys and the loudest bass when the thoughts get bad. But fuck, it just almost works, you know? Yes, in fact, I did know. More so the loud bass part and pulling Savvy off the hottest guys. Wait. Wasn't this guy supposed to be one of her boyfriends? Oops, your feel-good feels bad. Do you like that thing? We got them for free at work. Another cat precares wellness program. Not that I'd ever wear it. Why would I want anyone knowing how I really feel all the time? Oh, Charlie, did I misjudge you? It's alright. My friend gave it to me. She thought it helped me be more assertive. And does it? Yes, in fact, it's about to help me be more assertive right now. Okay, so I think the whole prime thing with the and let me see some documentation while you're at it is still hugely jerkish. But it at least ties into what I said last episode when Azul was like, oh, Savvy's got lots of boyfriends. And it's like, just because she's close with other dudes doesn't mean she's also having an affair with them. And Charlie seems to be then not one of them. I mean, he's I think we can be certain that he's queer. Obviously, he could be bi, he could be pan. But at least Lena seems to interpreting it as, oh, okay, well, then he's probably not one of her boyfriends and just a friend. Hold on, wait a second, I need to check something. Okay. I mean, I guess it didn't, at least not right now. I mean, I guess we shouldn't be too assertive with him, but yes. In fact, it's about to help me be assertive right now. She's actually someone you know. I wanted to ask you about her. What? Do I know you? No, but I heard she was hanging out with you. Right before she disappeared. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. Just tell me, do you know where Savvy is? Oh my god, fucking Savvy, this is a nightmare. Are you a cop or something? I'm not saying anything. Great, I'd scared him silent. I mean, I am fucking obviously not a cop. God. Do we go with apologizing? I'm sorry, I'm just really worried about her. Savvy's been my best friend since we were teenagers. I watched him for any sign of recognition. Hadn't she told her latest guy about me? Lena from Cactus Flats? Yeah, okay, I remember now, Lena. She made me help clear out her extra room for you. That girl lives like a garbage rat. My mind raced with questions. He sighed and a cloud of whiskey musk filled the car. Ugh. I mean, yeah, maybe he could tell me where to find her. Yeah, maybe let's go with this one first. I needed to know exactly how they knew each other. So, how long have you two been together? Together? I have a boyfriend. He's gorgeous and we vid chat every day, which is not easy when he lives in Oslo, okay? She was my work wife. Technically, she worked for me, but a lot of cappies have a stick up their ass, you know? Take away their Vita powder and their whole OS crashes. It was so nice to have someone that could talk about something besides crypto and fro yoga. I don't know. She actually listened. Wait, was that not clear? Did I just assume? Oh no, wait. No, wait. She said, "Oh my god, did I get that mixed up?" I'd have to like recheck, but right, I think at the beginning she told us that she works somewhere at like an NGO or something? Like an environmental NGO? But then, last episode when when Azul told us that she's high up in Radix, and I told you that my suspicion is that Savvy works for Capra and infiltrated Radix in order to feed Capra information. Okay, so I'm not going to tell him that Savvy's in Radix. Because while I do think that Charlie is maybe her contact, I'm not sure. So I'd rather expose this, that Savvy was sort of lying to us, rather than that. Savvy worked at Capra? Didn't you know? I definitely did not. So Savvy was a double agent inside Capra. Oh, I've got it the wrong way around then. I mean, yeah, that's obviously a double agent can work for either side. It might be that, she's infiltrating Radix for Capra, or the other way around. I figured it was the other way around because Azul told us that, she turned up one day and within, practically weeks she was at the top of the food chain. Yeah, and that Jace was, that she was his manic pixie dream girl, so it's she, made herself exactly what Jace wanted to see, and that's how, she got into the inner circle so fast. But, of course it could be the other way around, that she would, that she was working for Capra and then went to Radix, told him, hey, I'm working inside Capra and I want to spy for you, and that's how that happened. Both are options. What do you work on? Okay, that I really can't tell you, especially you. I practically signed away my life and NDAs to get on this team. You've heard of Sophie's Law? I definitely have. Well, as soon as it passes, I can fill you in. I could feel him holding something back. His leg bounced up and down so hard it rocked my seat. If I could just find out when he'd seen her last. When did you last see her? The night we went to Stanzmaschine. She finally got me on the list after making me wait months. But then she kept disappearing into this dingy back room and leaving me alone with the buzzkill Radix types. So I went back there and she was yelling at Jace, who was also a DJ, apparently. Have you ever seen someone argue with a guy in a giant light-up helmet? Hilarious. I swear I saw it in a dream before. What were they arguing about? About you, actually. She wanted him to go pick you up or something, and he just wanted to drop his fucking sick beats. When she left, she said she was going to meet you. Guess that didn't happen. Everything he told me swirled in my head. None of this makes any sense to me. Savvy is missing and mixed up in something awful. And I don't know how to help her. Oh God, don't cry. It sounds like we thought we knew two very different people. But it was really just one snake. So be careful. Am I in danger? Obviously, yes. Christ, do they even have schools in Cactus Flats, or do you all just rub sticks together? Rude. Look, the night she disappeared, there was a data breach on the office network. Capronet detected some suspicious activity and went into total lockdown. Me, Savvy, and everyone on our team got suspended and called into OPSEC one by one. They grilled me for 5 hours. Finally, I figure it out. They think I'm the thief because the stolen data is just a straight copy of my hard drive. And guess what? Savvy's the only one of us who never shows up to the principal's office. Why would she do that? I've got access to everything. My shit is fully encrypted, of course, but if she managed to get past that, she'd have all of Capra's nudes, and girlfriend has some real problem areas. Ugh. They cannot let that happen. They won't. What would they do? Track her with every single piece of Capra tech in this city, including the cops. Apparently my drive pinged her Capra badge that night and sent up some kind of a flare. They tried to get her, but she's been invisible since. That's why she ditched her phone. I felt my stomach drop. Savvy, what have you done? We were almost to Charlie's drop-off. There was so much more I wanted to ask him. Can I call you or meet up again? Sure, let me give you my address while I'm at it too. Well, thanks for talking. I just need all this to be over. Whatever Savvy's up to, it's serious. Capra prosecutes everything, and with Sophie's Law on the line, he let the question linger as I pulled up to his building. I'd watch my back if I were you. Thanks, I guess. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? Talk less, try smiling. That's the kind of white, cis, gay misogyny that is so gross. It is so gross. Talk less, try smiling. Ugh. I am very close to saying the one word that I would have to beep. Like, you asshole. You absolute asshole. Fucking hell. Because, like, and yeah, with that freaking entitlement comes the power to just, I mean, this is closer to deactivation risk that I have been this entire game. And he can just do that. Like, he saw that I had a perfect rating to even get, you know, to come pick him up. And he gave me 1 star. All because, like, I tried to get some freaking information out of him on my friend who is missing. And, like, you know, the way he talked about, you know, Capra, like, you know, girlfriend has problem areas. Like, dude, just take your misogyny and stick it up where the sun does not shine. I am serious. Like I said earlier, you know, he's still being an entitled prat with the whole, you know, Neocab, Prime, Gold, whatever thing. And he does not get a pass for this because he's gay. He does not. Oh, good. And there's the cops again. LOPD. Again. What was it this time? I pulled over. Hands on wheel. Eyes up. Deep breaths. We've had some compelling reports about neocabs on the road tonight. You can't do this. One moment, Miss Romero. He turned away, but I could hear him speaking in a hushed tone. On every channel? This one must have pissed off the wrong people. We'll get the word out. How much was this gonna cost me? No. It couldn't be her. His visor? I mean, yeah, fuck, do we have anything of hers in the car? I mean, we can't. Can we? I sat up straighter, tried to keep my expression blank. Tried to hide even the slightest hint of recognition. But it didn't matter. Oh, fuck. There she was, her face on every screen, bathing the city in a blood-red glow. Savvy. What have you done? Ma'am? Who is that? Someone who's about to get her 15 minutes. For all the wrong reasons. And look, I'm legally obligated to ask you this. Have you seen the individual pictured on this bulletin? I didn't trust my voice not to shake. I shook my head. You probably see so many faces you can't even remember them all, right? Why does that feel like slut-shaming? I managed a weak laugh. Well, report any sightings of this criminal right away. That'll be all. Drive safely, ma'am. Oh. Savvy was wanted and I just lied to the LOPD. This couldn't be happening. Somewhere in this city was Savvy's apartment with the extra room all set up for me and the bricks of sage incense squirreled away in every closet. Would I ever see that place? Would I ever see her again? Oh, good, Liam. Hey, Lena, it's Liam. You know I can see your name, right? I mean, yes, that's lovely, but I'm not up for joking. Hey, Liam. How are things going on your end? Somewhere between eesh and yikes. Well, I hope it's closer to eesh. Reason I'm texting is I just met pretty much the coolest person, a quantum witch. Una, the statistician. Statistics? We talking about the same Una? This lady is a straight up science witch. Oh, she says she knows you too, lol. What are the odds? I think that's more for Una to say. Right? We've been talking all night about random things that aren't really random, and the difference between impossible and improbable, and also zombie cats. Anyways, Una says hi. Oh, you look lovely. Gonna go check out this spot, Ramen Jetty now. Have a good one. You too. Okay, so at least we have a friend. Liam and Una. Now, there was a match made in quantum heaven. I had no idea how I could help fix a timeline. I just wanted to fix my own life. At the moment. At least I was making a name for myself in this town. One quantum witch at a time. It was well after midnight and I met my ride quota. I checked my fuel grid, blue. I had it in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. I decided to push on. Every PAX was a chance to learn the city and earn some coin. And I know that okay, so there's Charlie again. And, well, he didn't say that he would go straight to the cops if we try to pick him up again. I don't think he wants to see us. And, I mean, wait, he needs another ride? Like, right now? I mean, I could go. Because, I mean, Fiona dropped off the grid again. No! Fiona! I mean, I'm sure I'll see her again, but she might also not be available anymore because our rating dropped off thanks to this fucking guy. I mean, we can just like try again. It's like, Wells is there, Klaus, new, I'm not dealing with him again, not twice in one night. I mean, we're literally right there. Come on, let's go. Let's fucking annoy Charlie. What the fuck do I care? I responded to Charlie's pickup request quickly. Okay, the text was so fast I didn't even get to finish that there. I mean, part of me hoped he'd have some news about Savvy. Like, probably not 10 minutes later. So yeah, maybe I was just surprised to see him hailing a neocab after last time. I mean, that just spells like, you know, instead of going home... Wait. He was like, let me just give you my address while we're at it. When we were going to his apartment? Charlie. See, Charlie, what you did there is you played yourself. But like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna... I mean, that spells like he needs to get somewhere else and fast. And he can't use his own car because... Wait, does he even drive? Yeah, self-driving, so he probably can't use his own car because then Capra would know where he's going. But as I pulled up to... Oh, we went to Capra Tower to pick up the jackass who threatened me. I was questioning way more than just my instincts. Okay, we went to Capra Tower. Okay. Just my luck, Lena Romero. What's a human girl like you doing in a tech campus like this? He's in a good mood. Pretending not to hear lines like that. I mean, this is just gonna make him mad, isn't it? I was just asking myself the same question. I hate this neighborhood and your eyesore of a building. Why don't you tell me how you really feel? Sure. I hate your soulic little plastic cars too. Is that it? And your corporate hoodie is lame. Okay, that's it. I'm glad we could get that out of the way. So, is there a reason you called a neocab tonight? Yes, I wanted to apologize. I was a little rude the other night. Really, a little rude? You gave me 1 star. You could have gotten me termed. Huh? There's no way they'd fire you for 1 bad review. Wake up, Capra Cadet. New cab drivers have a little mantra, 5 to survive. Anywhere below that perfect average, we're on the edge. A 4-star rating is a slap in the face. A 1-star rating? That's a knockdown punch. Well, I had no idea. That sounds like a bad algorithm. I would weight the averages differently if I were coding it. Yeah, but you're not fucking coding it, Charlie, are you? Also, okay, so what this means is that you're probably not supposed to pick him up again right away, because for us, this is still the same night. So this kind of broke the game a little bit, because it, well, the game broke itself because it made him immediately available when, you know, it should have had me finish the night and then have him show up again the next day. Because, like, for instance, Fiona dropped off the thing and some other characters weren't available just then, but you know what, okay. It's good that we're wrapping this up with him now rather than stewing in it for 2 weeks. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Yeah. You're the one who gave me 1 star, not the algorithm. I said I'm sorry. It didn't seem like a big deal. Yeah, well, that 1 star is there for a reason, right? Oh, Charlie. Forget it. I'm truly sorry about the rating, okay? Not knowing isn't an excuse. Well, there you go. Fair's fair. I'm giving you 5 stars tonight, no matter what. Yeah, you'd fucking better. It's like, yeah, okay, you're not coding the algorithm, and like, that 1 star is there for a reason, right? It's like, Charlie, that 1 star is there for when someone is actively being a prick or defrauds you. Not when they're just trying to figure out where their missing friend is. Alright? That was actually a halfway decent apology, Charlie. I'm trying. Try harder. I'm not always like this, you know? It has been extremely stressful since Abby disappeared. You're catching heat for those Capra files you took? Huh, that's an understatement. More like I'm roasting on a spit. Oh, Charlie, that's imagery. I have got to find her. That's a familiar scenario. Ah, of course, you get it. Which reminds me. What would you say to trading information? I'll tell you everything I know. Huh, we are not on the same team, Charlie. I mean, everything I tell you, you'll take to someone else, and like, I cannot tell him that Savvy is with Radix. I cannot. I mean, it's nuts to me that they would, like, even, like, that they would go to that, to Stanzmaschine together, to the club, and that, like, he sees her arguing with the DJ, who we know is sort of the boss of Radix, you know, of course, flat hierarchies and shit, but, you know, But Charlie, we are not on the same team. I might consider it, but only if it gets Savvy out of this mess. It definitely will. Each night she stays a fugitive, things get worse for her. But if she comes forward quietly, there's a good chance they'll let her off easy. Oh, Charlie, do you really believe that? Crisis communications, you know? If she comes forward quietly, huh? You don't know Savvy as well as you think you do. She's never done anything quietly in her life. Maybe you don't know Savvy as well as you think. She was my only real friend at work, or so I thought. I trusted her. I opened up to her in a way I never do, not in years, not even with boyfriends. And then she just leaves, tosses a match over her shoulder, and vanishes. I'm sorry that happened to you. Well, get ready. She'll do the same to you. Just let me off here. Finally. I need to say this. Any information you do share with me, nobody will know it came from you. Not Capra, not Savvy. Think about it. Sure, but only if you think about this. Everything you accuse Savvy of doing, Capra did to me and thousands of others. I depended on them. I thought they valued me. But they were just telling me whatever I wanted to hear. The nanosecond they didn't need me, I was done. Dumped like trash on the curb. Speaking of, here's your curb. I can totally see what you're... Bye, Charlie. Wow. That was strong. That's good. I like that. You better give me 5 fucking stars. Here's 5 stars for your trouble. Do judges take star ratings into account during sentencing? Fuck you, Charlie. Oh, Jesus Christ. Carlos! Hey, not sure if you remember me. Carlos? Think we might have made plans to host a medical podcast together? Oh, right! Maybe a weird question, but just wondering if I left something in your car on accident. Small bottle of pills. Yes, I've got them. You did. Ah, amazing. You're a lifesaver. Oh, don't feel like one. Maybe literally. Oh boy. Is Jonna Johnson a real name? Let's not put that in a text conversation. That might be tracked or something. Yikes. Are they that important? Not for me to say. Patient confidentiality. Oh. There. Obviously. Afraid I have to ask a favor. I'm stuck at the clinic with patients all day. Oh, so you do have an underground clinic. Okay. Yes, of course I can drop the pills. Jeez. That's amazing, thank you. The clinic's in South Corner Frontier. I'll drop you a pin. But basically, if you hit the border, you've gone too far. Oh, by the way, noticed yesterday you wear a feel-good? Remind me to ask you about that when you get here. Got something you might be interested in. Okay, thanks. Right, so that's the end of my shift. So my rating decreased by 0.8 points because Charlie's a prick. I mean, I am genuinely surprised that, like, you know, that he let that happen because he wanted to apologize. Because, I mean, I was at a rating below 5, so I shouldn't have been able to pick him up. So that was probably a sign that, you know, he wanted me to come talk to him. man, I couldn't have dealt with Klaus again. So, points to him for apologizing. Points deducted for still being a prick. Okay, so... Okay, so I can't... Yeah, I can't go to the thing now. What the... Free parking? Fellow travelers say this lot is a fairly hassle-free place to sleep in your car. Okay. I have to call out here that, like, fellow travelers is a fairly derogatory, like, phrase that is often used to, well, to refer to Sinti and Roma communities who travel. Not to use the, fairly common G slur, but, there you are. So, that's not a great way of putting it. But, I mean, yeah. Do we take the chance? Do we sleep in our car? Because, I mean, the cheapest option otherwise that we have is the motel for $18. And then we have nothing left for fuel. So, yeah, I guess sleeping in a parking lot it is. Was I really doing this? Sleeping in my car? Yes, I was. My bank account would feel good in the morning, even if I didn't. I pulled over and hoped for the best. I got about 45 minutes of really good sleep until the sound of autonomous garbage trucks knocking cans around shook me out of it. No way was I getting to sleep after that. Oh wow, and it's back to work. Fuck. And because we're not in a motel, we can't even grab a donut. So... that's great. So, what did we learn today? Grumble is bad at doing German accents. Charlie is a jerk. Tried to redeem himself. And then, because I was hesitant about, just serving him all of Savvy's secrets on a plate, he decided to effectively blackmail me and say, well, you're only getting information if you give me information. And I mean, he didn't even deny that he was going to pass it on. He's just say, no one's going to know it came from you. But, it's very clearly we're still going to, we're still going to throw Savvy from the frying pan into the fire. Oh my gosh. This episode was a lot. Like, Klaus and Marek putting me through a test to see whether I'm human or robot and landing pretty firmly on robot isn't even the weirdest thing in this episode. And that is frankly terrifying. Okay, so next episode we're gonna have to figure out, maybe Carlos has some information for us, even if he doesn't know he has it. We can go to Stanzmaschine again and talk to Azul now that we're, armed with a little bit more information, and also so we can say, hey, Charlie, by the way, not her boyfriend. Maybe that'll shut them up. We still, when we get there, we're still gonna have to deal with the fact that Azul called us a death dealer last time because we drive an actual car. And I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to decide whether, whether and how much we're gonna give Charlie, I guess. Wow. Wow, guys, wow. And yeah, Savvy is now wanted by everybody. Flippin' hell. Flippin' hell. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As before, these episodes will go live every other week, first for members, and then they will become publicly available. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so at ko-fi.com/grumble. You can check out my membership tiers there as well, or you can go to patreon.com/AnnaMarabella. All my socials are linked in the description below. There you'll also find a link to my Discord channel. If you just join up without being a supporter or a member, then you get temporary access, and then we can figure out assigning you a role so that you can stick around if you like it. Again, thank you so much for watching this absolutely batshit buckwild episode with me. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you again soon.